Central Valley's home for all things Campaign 2020. Talk Radio 1680 KGED. And now, Guillermo Moreno, Jairus Jackson, and John Machiko.
Racist person there is anywhere in the world. When con men, who I've known almost all my business life, because I had to deal with them unfortunately in New York, but I got along with him, Al Sharpton. Now he's a racist. He's a racist. But when people, let me explain to you. What I've done for African Americans in 2.5 years, no president has been able to do anything like it. Unemployment at the lowest level in the history of our country for African Americans. Nobody can beat that. You look at poverty levels, they're doing better than they've ever done before. So many things, opportunity zones, criminal justice reform. President Obama couldn't get it done. It was done, really the biggest beneficiary probably is African Americans. I got criminal justice reform done. President Obama couldn't get it done. No other president was able to get it done. What I've done for African Americans, no president, I would say, has done. Now, I'll say this. They are so happy because I get the calls. They are so happy at what I've been able to do in Baltimore and other Democratic-run, corrupt cities. The money has been stolen.
Well, they all want his job. The president of the United States. They're the least racist person in the...
God, I love when he trolls.
Oh, that's great.
It just makes the skin of every single short-bus liberal crawl, and that's what makes it so wonderful. Least racist person on earth, Gilbo.
That's right.
Least racist.
President Trump. Jairus Jackson joining me in studio. Round number 2, night 1.
You ready?
The Democrats...
I hope they give us a better show than they did last time.
Oh, man. I think it's going to be... Well, not a night 1. I mean, you got a bunch of lightweights on there.
Bunch of whiteweights.
Except Bernie Sanders.
Bunch of whiteweights.
A bunch of whiteweights.
Whiteweights.
That is very true. I call it the white debate. Night 1 is the white debate because all the minority candidates and the real Latino is on night 2. But the Democrats are set to debate in less than 2 hours in Detroit, in the beautiful city of Detroit,
Guillermo,
compared to Baltimore.
They're both terrible. All right?
They're both rat-infested.
They're both shiznit holes, okay? Let's not lie to these people and act like Baltimore or Detroit is good. They're both bad. Don't lie to them.
Anyhow, so the candidates that are going to be on tonight's stage...
Jesus, we turned over to the screen and Pocahontas' mug was just taking up all the screen time over on CNN.
She's going to be on the stage tonight. Let me give you a rundown. You got the author, Oprah's guru, spiritual guru, who says, I'll meet you on the Love Will Win, brother.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, what are you the first thing you're going to do, Marianne Williamson, when you win to the White House? Oh, I'm going to call up New Zealand and I'm a girlfriend. You are so wrong.
It seems like Marianne Williamson is trying to do Jacqueline Kennedy impersonation.
Yeah, the whole time, right?
Yes.
While being high.
Well, she's always on edibles. She's the edible queen. She's always on edibles.
All right, Marianne Williamson is going to be on the far left of the stage, also where her political positions lie as well. Tim Ryan, the guy that can't get any traction. Hugh Hewitt's good friend, Tim Ryan from Ohio. Hugh Hewitt will be on the show later on in the 4 o'clock hour. Again, you can hear him right here on the station from 6 to 9 a.m. I'm just trying to... I only got 2 hours, man. We got a lot to get out. Amy Klobuchar. Klobuchar, the Minnesota... which we figured out what your favorite singer, what her voice comes from. Don't you know? She's like Cardi B is like a Minnesotan Puerto Rican.
Ghetto Minnesota.
Ghetto Minnesota.
Never heard of one.
Amy Klobuchar will be on the debate stage. Pete Buttigieg.
You better say it.
All right, I have to say it. Jairus wants you to point out that
first
Pete
of all,
is gay.
Can you stop saying Jairus wants to? We are sticking to mainstream journalistic integrity standards. No. Do it over again and mention that he's a loving gay man.
All right.
Go.
Pete Buttigieg, the loving gay man.
Okay.
Is mayor of South Bend, Indiana.
No, that doesn't matter.
Anyhow, to nobody, actually, it doesn't really matter. Because if they would realize South Bend is like, what, 100,000 people?
Yeah.
It's not a big city in America. All right, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas herself, she'll be on the debate stage. Beto O'Rourke, Robert Francis O'Rourke. I wish I was a Latino. My mom's advising me now. Robert Francis O'Rourke is also going to be on the debate stage.
Mommy. Hey, Mommy gives the best advice.
She does. I mean, hey.
On, like, what's for dinner.
Yeah, she obviously...
And what outfits you should wear, not how you win the presidency.
Hey, she's already had one success in his life. That's him marrying a billionaire.
Pretty much.
So, yeah, mom's got some sound advice. Hey, hey,
buddy, you see that girl over there? I know she ain't good looking, but her daddy's got a lot of geetus. Put a ring on it.
Yeah, there you go. John Hickenlooper, the guy that also can't get any traction like Tim Ryan.
Well, that's because he's somewhat sane.
Yeah, the last three are just taking up space, just like Marianne Williamson, Amy Klobuchar.
There's a few of those people. There's a few of those other people I heard who are just taking up space too, buddy.
The majority of them are taking up space. John Hickenlooper, John Delaney, and Steve Bullock. Steve Bullock obviously replacing Swalwell.
Yes, Swally.
Yeah, that's right. So that's going to round out tonight's debate. The rest of them, the minority candidates, are going to be on the color debate.
Wow, Joe Biden, the colored people debate? Wow.
Listen, man, let's just be honest here. I mean, come on.
What's next? Gonna have Kamala drink out of a colored people drinking fountain at the debate?
Gosh,
Jesus, the colored debate.
Listen to this guy.
Jeez.
Listen, if you got color in your skin, you're going to be on night 2.
Well, first of all, let's not placate to that because white is a color. It's in the Crayola box for every 5-year-old. So white's a color too.
All right, fine. But see, how this didn't get across CNN is beyond me.
I have no idea.
No one's talking about it. I think we're the only media outlet talking about this. I mean, you're gonna have no minority candidates on there. Besides,
again, you would think
Elizabeth Warren. My bad, Elizabeth Warren.
People. Listen, you would think that the DNC, always obsessed with how many people have dark skin, how many people have light skin. You think they would make it a requirement that every night has to have people with dark skin in it, minorities? How are we going to get insight to the plight of minorities if it's just a bunch of white grandfathers were slave owners, people on stage? How are we gonna know?
Yeah. Well, that's rounding out the top 10, and one of the topics that you're going to hear about. Everyone's going to be talking about it. It's going to be race, right? Race is going to be brought up.
Well, when aren't they? Listen, let's not act like it's special.
No,
it's going to be. Talk about race.
Listen, they do always talk about race. You're absolutely right.
So
but tonight it's going to be front and center. Not healthcare.
It's always front and center.
No, I think on debate 1 with Telemundo. It was more immigration focused. It was more healthcare focused. They'll probably get to healthcare for sure.
Listen, you might be right because they got the backdrop of Detroit, number 1.
Yeah.
You've got the Special Olympics squad, the alleged civil rights icon. So maybe it is, but I don't think it's any more than you. I don't think they go any more stupid on race than usual. Just like I don't think they go any more stupid on guns or any of the issues that they believe than usual. It's going to be a usual stupid stew, buddy.
Oh, for sure. And talking about race, Alveda King, MLK's...
He's clearly a racist.
Dr. Martin Luther King here. His niece...
no, he's not a racist. He was just a rapist.
All right, Jairus, here we go. So Alveda King was at the White House, and she had a couple of things to say. And while I prep this, Jairus, I guess my question to you is, do you think the president invited her because he just wanted to make sure that, him not being racist was played out well? Do you think that's why he invited her?
Yeah, you think he just wanted 3 random black people to show up to the White House on a random Tuesday just for the hell of it? Of course that's why he's there. Or that's why they're there. You think that's come on, you're smart. That's not random.
She could have gone to pray with the president.
Now, here's the thing. Was this a pre-planned thing? Were they already planned to be there? Because then you've got a real argument that this was just, spur of the moment. But guys, you got to remember, she has been, unlike a lot of other people came from the King family, she's been involved in conservative politics for a while, especially on the social conservative side, issues with marriage, dealing with issues with abortion. She's been on this side for a while. She's spoken at a few Trump rallies before. So this is not out of the blue that she's speaking with or that she supports Donald Trump.
Now, here she is. Here's Alveda King, MLK, Martin Luther King's niece. Here we go.
Very strong men of God. It's always great to be in their presence and to pray at the White House. I'm 68 years old. I've been coming here to pray for many years, and today has been no different.
Today has been a little bit different of a day because of the Baltimore comments, I assume, from President Trump, a city that has struggled like so many cities in this country. Can you talk a little bit about your reaction to what the president had to say about the city, about Congressman Elijah Cummings over the weekend?
I have a beautiful picture of President Trump. I'll probably tweet it today. And he was with Reverend Jesse Jackson, Reverend Al Sharpton. I have a picture with me, Alveda King, with my goddaughter, Angela Stanton King, with Reverend Al Sharpton. And at one time in their lives, they highly regarded the president. And so I'm thinking about a scripture. If it had been my enemy, I could have understood. I would have known what to do. But you were my friends and my brothers. So these are his brothers. Al Sharpton has been his brother. the president is concerned about.
Talking about, hey, listen, the guy wasn't racist until he became president. Alveda King there, MLK's niece. We're talking about race. She was at the White House. Obviously, the real civil rights leader, Martin Luther King, not Elijah Cummings. His niece is at the White House. Say, hey, look, I mean, this guy wasn't racist. And we've seen this pictures, right?
Listen, Guillermo, she's clearly a white supremacist.
Clearly.
And I don't think we should be taking anything she says seriously.
White supremacist, and she's a Christian. She quoted scripture like that?
Well, yeah, all Christians are racist.
That's right.
Duh.
Yeah. So Alveda King there. Now listen, I know you just saw a great woman there, and I'm about to. I'm about to. You're about to
go to the complete other side of what a great woman should be. It's Whoopi Goldberg, who looks like a broke down bootleg version of Alveda King. Go ahead.
No. This is Joy Behar.
I just see I just see Whoopi on the screen. I guess we got Joy involved as well.
Yeah. So listen to what Joy has to say. Apparently, the only way we're going to stop racism is, she says, when black people are in charge of everything. Did you hear this clip?
No.
Here you go.
Didn't think black people could be racist. And I got slammed, by Fox and whatever and other places because they think that I'm wrong on that. But when I talk about racism, I talk about a system of racism in this country that affects housing, that affects politics, that affects education. It's a system of racism. And if you are a minority in this country, you are more a victim of racism. So it's hard to be a racist when you are a victim of racism. Yeah.
All right, so let's break it. That's her logic. If you're a minority, you can't be you can't be racist because you're a victim of racism. Jairus, you're a minority. I'm a minority.
That doesn't make any damn
We're victims
sense.
of racism.
No, I'm not.
According to her, you are and I am. But the good thing is we can't be racist because we're victims of racism.
Hey, I tell you what, black people would love. Imagine if we used this logic in other places. So does that mean if I've ever had anything stolen from me, I can steal from you, but I didn't steal it because someone stole from me?
Yeah.
It's basically this, and liberals do this a lot. It's this weird, two wrongs make a right type of liberal thing. And for instance, we hear this every time. Whenever Antifa goes down and throws some milkshakes at somebody, well, he's a conservative. He was wearing a Trump hat, so we threw cement at him. We threw quick drying cement at him because he was a Trump fan. Two wrong. I get that they're both wrong, but you shouldn't prosecute us because he was kind of doing something that was wrong too, even though it really wasn't wrong.
Exactly.
That's basically what this is.
Well, let her finish because
I really don't want to.
It gets better, Jairus.
Not understand the point.
That's the exact definition. They don't understand the difference between racism and bigotry. That black people can be bigoted like anybody else. Yeah. But when you're talking about racism in this country, until black people are running everything,
we can't close.
For one shining moment, that was Camelot,
and until there are no.
Yeah. So until black people are running everything, there's gonna be no racism.
But, okay, so wasn't there a time in this country where we only had one race of people and it wasn't based off their ideas, it was based off their skin color, they were in charge of everything? Those were pretty bad times in the country when we were voting for people and people were being put in office just because their skin color was a certain color, not because of their actual ideas. That was pretty bad, and I'm telling you what, whether we did that with people who have the complexion of mayonnaise or the people who have the complexion of Oreo cookies, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, but this is the logic you have. And really the people that are on the stage, they agree with Joy. But it's going to be
black people in charge of everything?
That's what she said. And that's really when and then when Whoopi Goldberg goes, we almost did. And referring to
what is she referring to?
Obama's years. I mean,
that was one black guy. What do you mean?
They almost were in charge of everything, according to Joy Behar. But anyhow,
and it also underscores their painful misunderstanding of separation of powers and how that works.
Yeah, no.
You make him president, he's in charge of it. Well, the president, it was never designed for him to be like a king and just be in charge and rule everything. But we're asking the ladies of The View and the 5 stay-at-home moms in America that still exist that watch them, we're asking them to understand the Constitution and common sense. So fully on us for thinking that.
But without a doubt, tonight you're going to hear the name Elijah Cummings a lot. You're going to probably hear how the United States is at a crossroads, how this is our moment in history, and if we don't do something, racism is now becoming such a stronghold in America. All these people they're literally going to paint it like we're segregated again.
Yeah, and all the people are great Facebook fans are pointing out. Someone says, so if you're a victim of a crime, you can never be a criminal.
Yes.
What horrible logic.
That's exactly that logic. Yep.
Hey, listen, look, I know I broke into your house and stole your TV, but 5 years ago, someone broke into my car and stole my radio.
So you're a victim.
So I
always
can't be a criminal.
Forever victim.
You don't understand. Someone broke into my car 5 years ago, so I can rob your house. Duh.
Yep. Yeah. So and I can also murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's her logic. Great. That was on Facebook. That was a great comment there on Facebook. But again, it's going to be about race tonight. That's going to be the overarching theme. That's my prediction. They're not going to go after much of each other, I don't think, on night one because you've got a bunch of lightweights. So we got to talk about
lightweights. I don't know. You've got
Bernie.
You got the second and third place in there. What do you think that dynamic's going to be? Because they're both going after the same type of votes, Bernie and Pocahontas.
Well, and you said this in the first hour very eloquently. I mean, they're literally, Elizabeth Warren is what?
What? I said something eloquent?
Make
sure you save that tape. All right. Make sure you save that tape, boy. So, basically what I said was, and we've said this before during our coverage, it's the Baskin-Robbins theory.
Yeah.
If I'm a young, dumb socialist, all right, but no need to be redundant. If I'm a young, dumb socialist, why would I go for the old curmudgeon white guy that's got dandruff on his suit that he never changes? Bernie has the same suit on all the time. Why would I go for that guy when I can go for the black female socialist? I can go for the allegedly Native American socialist. Or I can go for the fake who he's really Irish, but he wants to pretend like he's a Mexican socialist. Why would I go for the old white guy socialist when I got all these varieties?
And Bernie Sanders' problem, and that's the problem he's going to have tonight, is how do I not sound like a broken record? How do I not?
That's the thing too. Elizabeth Warren is selling the exact same cancer, but damn it, she makes it sound so much better than he does.
But really, does she make it sound better?
Yes.
I don't think she makes it sound better.
She does.
No, she has that annoying professor voice.
No, you're letting the fact that it's a cancer and that it's evil, you're letting that, wharf over the idea. Elizabeth Warren presents the cancer of socialism way better than Bernie Sanders.
Look, I'm going to give you...
She has that warmth, a mom touch to it. I just care about you. When Bernie Sanders is like, we're going to break into Bank of America, and we're going to go kill all the CEOs, and then we're going to go to their mansions, and we're going to spill their Bugattis. Bernie Sanders has that mentality. When Elizabeth Warren's like, I just want the millionaires and I'm just looking out for you. I just want them to give some of the money that they have. Good for them that they made the money, but I just want some for little old you. She comes across better and more warm than Bernie.
Yeah, let's see. Listen, she just never has done anything for me. None of
us have done anything.
No, but
for
you know
us,
what I mean. Like, as far as being charismatic, they're not good. Long gone are the days where you have kind of the candidate that's charismatic. The Obama, right?
Long gone is Barry.
Yeah, they don't have an Obama.
They wish Barry could run again.
Yeah, that's very. I'm surprised we haven't seen Michelle in some form or another.
There's some quarters, I guarantee, especially if it ends up being Biden, they're going to be kicking themselves that Michelle didn't run.
You think?
Oh, yeah. It's too early to say now, but it's very dependent upon who the nominee is.
Let me ask you this. Do you think the Democrats have thrown in the towel in 2020?
What do you mean throwing in
the towel? Do you think the Democrat Party, the DNC, or the Democrats in general think they can win?
Yeah.
You think they do? You think they still can win?
Yeah.
With one of the clowns that they have on stage tonight or tomorrow night?
I think so. I think this is a myriad of things to go off of. One, you can go off the polls. You can go off the fact that we are playing. When you look at certain districts, Republicans, we don't like to admit this, we are honestly playing offense. In these suburban districts, where these suburban moms who came out, and that's the reason Strokey-faced Nancy is 2 heartbeats away from the presidency, we're trying to get those people back. We're not going into the battle with them on our side. We are trying to get them back. So there's no reason. Number one, you just want your side to win, but there's no reason the Democrats wouldn't be able to believe that they have a chance at winning.
I don't know. I think that,
you think Tom Perez is going to sit up there tonight and be like, you better look to 2024 because there's no chance we're going to win.
I bet you know, but I bet you Tom Perez reached out to all the campaigns and said, look, guys, let's be clear here. This is
like the pre-meeting that they had, that special audio we got from our last
the pre-meeting, because and we've got to talk about this too, Jairus. What is the strategy? Because the format is you got 10 people on stage. And I was reading in the Washington Post that a lot of these campaigns aren't prepping for 62-minute, 60-second responses. They're doing one-liners. They're doing quick 5-seconders. I mean, it's a fire drill because they know the way you break out tonight, the way you stand out is you need to have a Kamala Harris type of moment.
We talked about it. Kamala laid the blueprint in the first debate, and you're going to see sad attempts to redo Kamala Harris from now until the last debate.
And Kamala Harris she just shot right up in the polls.
Yeah.
She shot right up in the polls. But like I'm telling you here, she's not going to be able to sustain those punches throughout the entire night. It's just not going to happen, Jared.
Now, what do you think? Because I think it's of the opinion you got to pivot and go to something else. Kamala cannot, in my opinion, come out there and try to do...
Race again?
I didn't even finish.
Well, go ahead, but...
Let me finish, all right? I don't think Campbell Toe can come out there and do race. Yes, but she can't go back to the bus story or rely on the bus.
She doesn't need to. Everyone's talking about race. She can. Listen, the platform right now is ripe for her to have another moment like that on race again. She doesn't have to go back to segregation. She doesn't have to do any of that. She can hit them hard again on race and just make.
On what though? On what? Man,
I don't know what her strategy is.
Her big thing was the segregate. All I'm saying is, whether it's got to do with school buses, anything to do with segregation, anything with that little girl was me, it's not going to play the same. The same reason why, if you are, like we've seen the reports, that bootleg Obama, he's going to try to have a Kamala Harris moment. You got to leave that in the past.
No, they're not going to. Not this debate.
No,
you're in Detroit.
No, you can't. No, you're not understanding what we're saying. We're not talking about race. We're talking about him being a segregationist, him working with segregation, him
as
being
far
a bus.
as Biden?
Yes, that is not going to play well again.
And Biden's going to punch back.
Race, absolutely. It's a Democrat freaking party. They're never going to stop talking about race. But bringing it back to, you worked with some evil segregationists from Alabama and you didn't want black kids on buses. That's been tried, and it's like a lemon. Kamala picked up the segregationist lemon, juiced the hell out of it, and now it's sitting in the corner growing mold. Don't try to get juice from that anymore. Find another fruit.
Well, the lemon's still on stage.
And Don Lemon's asking questions. How's it going, buddy?
like that. Don Lemon is going to be one of the people asking questions. But yeah, we'll have to see. Also on the stage tonight is Pete Buttigieg.
But man,
the guy who probably has the most black support totaling in the audience because his black numbers are pretty bad.
Donald Trump's black approval rating higher than Pete's.
Yes, very true.
Where's that Kermit the Frog drinking tea meme? Because that's what we need right now. Trump! Let me say it again. Trump! Higher approval rating with blacks than a Democrat candidate. Just think about that for a second.
And I want to remind everybody, the reason why Pete Buttigieg has horrible numbers with the black community is because an unarmed black man was shot in his community. He fired the first black police chief of his community as well. I mean, the black community, I was there, remember, a couple weeks ago. The black community was, they were pissed.
It goes back, Guillermo. There's a lot of parallels with that and the Elijah Cummings thing we talked about yesterday. Everyone, it was trending on Twitter. #We stand with Baltimore. Most of those tweets came from New York and California. It didn't come from the black people who actually have to suffer in his district.
Go over there and build Habitat for Humanity homes then.
It's the exact same thing with Pete. All the white people, the elitists out here in California and New York and all these liberal hellholes, they love Pete. Go ask the black people that actually live under him. They hate the guy.
Yeah, they don't like him at all.
And that's what's the most important. When you see these polls and you see these donuts, tell them to go screw themselves like the old Italian mafia. That don't matter. I'm going to listen to the people in your district, the most poverty-stricken people in your district or in your state or in your city. That's who I'm going to listen to, and that's the best indicator of how you are doing your job. And just like John Lewis, if you go to the people in his district, they are suffering. People in North Korea have a longer lifespan than them. It's no different than Pete Buttigieg's district.
Yeah, that's very true.
Well said. Oh, he's gay out here in California. We go to nice parties and we talk about how great it is to walk around. And, Pete Buttigieg, he's going to take Trump out the office, and he's going to have a baby with his husband, and it's going to be all great and all wonderful. Yeah, that's great. But guess what? Black people in his district, they're living in literal hell. And that's what you should pay attention to, not to the billionaire elitists that are having fundraisers from. Ain't John Bovey, or what is his name? John
Bolton?
No.
Oh, Bon Jovi.
John Bovey. John Bovey, isn't he going to have a fundraiser for him or
Bon
something?
Jovi.
John
Bon Jovi, yeah.
Isn't he going to have a fundraiser for him or something?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Again, Bovey. John Bovey, man. All right? Whatever the hell
John Bon Jovi.
Bovey would not drive.
John Bon Jovi.
Let me finish. Bovey would not drive through, what is it called? His city?
South Bend.
He would not drive through South Bend with a military armored vehicle, but he's going to raise money for him over here in one of these elitist states or elitist cities. Go screw yourself.
All right, there you go.
Hate these people.
What's his name again?
Bon Jovi.
All right, moving on here. Also on the stage tonight, obviously, Elizabeth Warren. We talked about her, Beto O'Rourke. Beto is, I hate to go back to this guy, but the guy's got to do something, man. His campaign.
Besides speaking Spanish, Beto, it's not going to do it, bro.
Is he going to speak ghetto? We talked about this. Are they going to go for speaking Spanish because Telemundo? Are they going to speak ghetto?
Mr. Beto, can you explain your immigration plan to us, please? Yo, cuz, my immigration plan is real simple, you know what I'm saying? You see that wall? We gonna take that wall down. Peace! And then he just walks off. Out of nowhere, like California Love starts playing in the background and suit is sagging. Who knows? Who knows what he'll do, all right? But all I'm saying is, you know it'd be funny if, like, that song, like, DMX, where's the hood at? But they're in Detroit, so it's right here. That's where the hood's at.
Oh my gosh, that is horrible. That is horrible. But no.
I said that's what they're gonna do.
And that would probably get them some help.
I gotta say, we should really look out for any type of like ebonics or any type of black hood slang that comes out tonight.
Well, remember AOC did that at Al Sharpton's thing.
They won't overdo it. And you want to know something else? Because whenever you hear it, most people think, oh, they're trying to act like they're Southern. Saying y'all is a black thing. It's become a black thing. Black people say y'all just as much as white people, all right? So if Bootleg gets up there and he's like, listen, y'all, or Beto's up there and he's like, listen, y'all, we got to do this. They're trying to pander to the blacks. Blacks say y'all just as much as white people do.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see if,
Let's see if there's any ghetto pandering tonight, huh?
I think there will be. I think there will be. There's going to be a lot of inspirational stuff. I bet you anything. I don't know if it'll happen on night one, but someone's going to say, for that poor black child or that poor black community or that poor Latino community.
The white debate? White is right debate? That's what we should call it. The white is right debate. What, you don't like that? The white is right debate, which is happening tonight. Secretly, maybe even their campaign managers have gotten together. They are so happy there's no black person on the stage.
Oh, for sure.
Because for sure, all you need is like you had in the last debate, Kamala. All you need is one black person, because Bootleg, he tried it, but he's too much of a beta. All you need is one strong black person to look at all these people who all for some reason came out and said their great-great-grandfather was a slave owner and say, your great-grandfather has hurt me. You guys deserve people who look like me. The country we need to be paid back for building this country for people like you. They're all so happy that they are not going to have one of those moments because it's nothing but a bunch of jars of mayonnaise that's going to be on that stage tonight. They're so happy there's no black person or Mexican or a real Mexican like Castro. They're so happy that there's no real Mexican, no real black to come out and hold their feet to the fire so they can just sit up there and do the usual thing, which is, we're so sorry for slavery. It's so evil.
It's
we should give black people money for doing nothing.
Like President Trump said, it's going to be boring, man. The night one's going to be absolutely boring. I mean, there's not going to be. It's going to be the same darn thing you heard on night one, mixed with a little bit more race. That's what's going to end up happening. Well, I'll tell you what, you're not going to want to go anywhere at the 4 o'clock hour. In the next hour, Hugh Hewitt will be on the show. The Hugh Hewitt. You can hear him right here on the station from 6 to 9 a.m.
Now, Guillermo, when we come back, so the Rolling Stone, they've put out a drinking game.
Drinking game
for tonight's debate, buddy. So we're gonna review that, and then I have some suggestions. You might have some suggestions. So we're gonna create our own KGED drinking game. Get out your notepads and paper
and water. Notepads and water.
Water. What are you gonna need the water
game,
for?
Right?
Oh, the water's after you get drunk. You drink it, so you can, get sober enough to drive home, right?
We're not going to be doing any of that here at the New Talk Radio 1680 KGED. We come back. The Rolling Stones drinking game, huh?
Democrat debate, but we're going to modify it. We're going to make it KGED drinking game.
We're going to make it clean, right?
Oh, no, we're going to make it more dirty.
All right, you're not going to want to miss it. Coming up here on the New Talk Radio 1680 KGED. Hello to you on Facebook Live. Hold on one second.
To help you solve the problem. First, realize that most decisions can be changed. And second, it's not just you, it's we. You don't have to go it alone. Let us help you. You'll get our experience and our expertise. So call us at Edelman Financial Engines. It's one decision you don't have to overthink. Call us at 888-PLAN-REC. That's 888-PLAN-REC. Or visit us at rickedelman.com. That's ricedelman.com.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip, or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
800-917-1386. 800-917-1386. 800-917-1386. That's 800-917-1386.
Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid." Hi, this is Pastor Pete of Cross Church, 2930 North Blackstone Avenue in Fresno, inviting you to listen to Cross Church with Pastor Pete every Sunday at 2 p.m., where you can find forgiveness for your past, peace with your present, and hope for your future.
While everyone else is working on spinning the news. It's the second Democratic Party debate live from Detroit, Michigan. And now, here's Guillermo Moreno, Jairus Jackson, and John Machiko.
He is a megaphone for white nationalism in the United States. And unfortunately, he is also a megaphone for this kind of autocratic, right-wing, really fascistic tending pattern throughout the country. I think people underestimate the danger.
Step right up! Get your socialism! Free college!
Hypodermic needles! Get your hypodermic needles!
The circus is in Detroit, and it's about to kick off in an hour and 20 minutes. The auditorium, the hall.
Very ugly auditorium.
The rat-infested place there that we're looking at.
Oh, my God!
CNN.
What are you, a Nazi?
And the literal rat, CNN, getting ready to kick off their sponsored debate, which you know what it's going to be, right? It's going to be softballs. Softball questions all day long.
CNN's doing everything they can to help them out.
You know what's going to end up happening
Which shouldn't surprise anyone, because CNN helps them out every single day.
That's
why they would do a debate and not continue to help them out is crazy to me. Anyone would think that.
Absolutely. That gal that you heard at the beginning was Marianne Williamson.
The high Jew.
She is going to be on the debate stage with Pete Buttigieg, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and Rolling Stones has a drinking game, huh?
Yeah, they have a drinking game out. So Rolling Stones, they put out this Democratic debate drinking game. All right, so basically, you take a drink every time you hear these words. All right, I think these Rolling Stones are pretty good.
Race,
but I got a few that I want to add in. All right, number one,
Elijah Cummings.
No, here we go.
Trump.
Number one.
What about? Can I get Trump as a racist for 500?
Listen, Bill De Blasio, can you stop interrupting, please? Jesus.
No, speaking about interruptions, there's gonna be tons of interruptions tonight.
You think they're going to interrupt, or they're going to try to play nice?
There's not going to be playing nice. You play nice, you're not going to go on. You're not going to make it to the third or fourth debate.
You're going to be like Tim Ryan.
You're going to be very.
We say your name, and everyone on the Facebook Live is like, who? Tim who?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Anyway, so we're going to add a few, but this is what they got so far. Cages. They mentioned cages.
Yeah, okay.
Existential threat. Mitch McConnell, which they mentioned a lot during the first debate.
They actually did.
Unity. Trump anything or Trump
anything.
Trump anything or Trump is anything. Trump is racist. Trump is sexist. Yep. All right. Fundamentally, big word. Hope the Democrats have been practicing so they can use it. Speaks Spanish. Well, you're going to get drunk.
You're not going to. No one's going to talk Spanish tonight.
All right. Let's speak Spanish. What else we got here? This is one I love. This is not who we are, which is Bootleg Obama's favorite saying. This is not who we are.
Let me be clear. I became president,
we are.
And it's not who we are.
All right, and another phrase, not above the law. That's another phrase you're going to hear a lot. Now,
they're leaving out a lot,
I added in a few add-ons, and then we'll get to
All right, let's go.
All right, mine were women.
Write it down.
Number one, you get your list ready. Okay. Number one was women of color, the word color, the word women, people of color, civil rights icon, racist, women, climate, Elijah Cummings, and climate change. That's what I got.
Hold on, you put me on the spot here. I'm filling out mine.
Okay, you're still filling out your board. Jesus. But no, listen, guys, I got to tell you. Rolling Stones, they left out a few things here. I think women of color we're going to hear. That's definitely going to play back on the Special Olympics squad. Civil rights icon we're going to hear because that's going to play on Elijah Cummings, who's allegedly a civil rights icon. That's all the stuff that you're going to hear, man.
Oh, man. Well, you know what?
we got Bill O'Reilly
coming on. Man, I'm sorry.
Well, no, I got to
shut up. All right, here we go.
You'll finish.
Here's my list here. Black communities, Black community, Martin Luther King, MLK, civil rights, and racist. Boom. You're not going to make it to the second hour. You're going to be passed out, wasted. Anyhow, Bill O'Reilly up next here on the new Talk Radio 1680 KGED. All right, we appreciate you guys tuning in on Facebook Live, and we have Bill O'Reilly, the Me Too Slayer. He's going to be coming up next here.
Me Too couldn't keep Bill O'Reilly down, Guillermo.
That's true. That's very true. So this is what we're going to do, folks. We're going to go ahead and we're going to end the feed.
We're going
to end the feed. Part one. And join us for the next hour here on the New Talk Radio 1680 KGED. Do us a favor. Share it for all your friends when we come back. And we'll be back in about a good 20 minutes as Bill O'Reilly takes over the airwaves here on the New Talk Radio 1680 K.